I'm lucky to call Dan Kravitz my friend. He's the owner of Handpicked Selections, important guy, importer of really fine wines into the United States, and love his wines. We sell a lot of several of them, but definitely our favorite wine in this portfolio, other than the wines made by the winery that you own, are the wines of Laurel Sparrow de Domaine Pegau. Extraordinary, one of, if not my favorite, Chateauneuf du Pape producer. And so, Dan, we're thrilled that you're here this morning, and I was hoping you'd tell us a little bit about Domaine Pegau, and then specifically about this superb 2008 Chateauneuf du Pape.
Boy, thanks for giving me the opportunity to come in and talk about one of my favorite wines and favorite people. Laurence Farreau co-owns Domaine de Pegau with her father, Paul Farreau. In France, Laurence is always a woman. If you're a man, you're Laurent. She has taken this estate from selling 90% of its wine in bulk to the top negociants like Pegau and Jablé Ainé, to estate bottling, and to what has become really a cult winery. And I don't like the phrase, but the Revue de Vin de France uses it. It's just that they spell cult C-U-L-T-E. The secret here is that Laurence Farreau is making the wines like her father, who made them like his father, who made them like his father. They put some concrete fermenting tanks into the basement of the winery about 120 years ago. They're still using them. They ferment the wine in those tanks. They transfer it into large, old oak oval barrels that hold about 500 cases each. The wines sit there for 2 years. They're not fine. They're not filtered. Other people have gone to small oak. Other people have gone to stainless steel. You visit the Farreau winery, and it looks like it looked 120 years ago. 08 was a relatively lightweight vintage for Chateauneuf, which means the wine is really great and basically ready to drink today,
right now,
as opposed to the 07, which costs twice as much money, and which is really, really great and will be ready to drink in another 10 or 15 years. Garrigue, which is the herbs, that's a good idea. That is an awfully rich mouthful of wine for a year that doesn't have a great reputation, but consistency is part of what they do right.
I am telling you the truth when I say I got goosebumps when I tasted this wine just now. That does not happen to me very often. It's amazing. It's amazing. Which just goes to show the greatness of this producer, because this is a less than extraordinary vintage, but it's an extraordinary wine for short-term drinking. It's absolutely delicious.
It's excellent. It can be drunk now. It can be held and will improve maybe another couple of years, easily held till it's 10 years old. But the great vintages of Pegau, you don't start till you're 10 and you go till you're 20, 30, and sometimes 40 or 50. The flavor profile, it's got that kind of earthiness that you get from that French countryside, the Garrigue, which is the green herbal thing. It's got the bacon and tomato component that you get from really good Chateauneuf du Pape. Chateauneuf du Pape, because of the Grenache grape, is never that dark in color, which doesn't keep it from being pretty massive on the palate, even in a relatively lightweight vintage. The Farreaus have, I say, become cult wines. They've made the Spectator Top 10 a couple of times in the past 10 years. I talked to Laurence a week ago. Where are you? I'm in Barcelona. What are you doing? Well, they're having a little women's winemakers tour. I said, oh, who else is on it? Well, Madame Lalou Bees-Leroy and Corinne Menzelopoulos of Chateau Margaux and me. So she's keeping good company now.
She's a lot better looking than Lalou Bees-Leroy or Corinne Menzelopoulos. She's one of the most beautiful women in the world in winemaking, and it's rumored she's going to come to Nashville and do an event with us next year. I'm holding you to that, Dan.
It is rumored. I will admit that I like her more than I should, as does virtually every man who's ever met her.
Yeah. Well, we don't always talk about ratings, but I will tell you, if you subscribe to Robert Parker's website, you can go on the wine room, the chat room boards, and you'll find that the wine, the Chateauneuf du Pape of all, Beaucastel, Vieux Telegraphe, Rayas, Clos du Pape, Clos St. Jean, all the big boys, the wine that gets talked about the most by Robert Parker's subscribers is this wine, Domaine Pegau. Her Cuvée de Capo, she just, I guess, released a new wine, Cuvée Inspiration, that also got 100 points from Parker, but the wines are amazing. This is what I will tell you, and I think, Dan, you would agree. You will never buy a better Chateauneuf du Pape, ever, for this price. $60 a bottle, $324 for 6. Hell, if you buy a case, I'll sell it to you for $600. You will never buy a better Chateauneuf du Pape for $50 a bottle. I guarantee you that.
They've been making great wine now for the 25 years that Laurence has been working with her father, starting when she was a teenager. This vintage is the best bargain that they've released. Not the best vintage, but incredible wine for an incredible price and ready to drink now.
Yeah. You have to have something to drink while you're waiting for your 03s, 05s, and 07s to be ready. This is ready now. It'll be great for quite a while. It's absolutely stunning, stunning wine. Thanks for watching. Cheers.